Would you rather, because this is a hot topic, right? Would you rather win Capcom Cup or Evo? Because I feel like when someone says one answer, I feel like it's bullshit. So I want to hear your answer. Because you said you could flip an Evo win, so I'm curious. Would you rather win $1 million from Capcom Cup or Evo?
Well, $1 million is different. So back in the 250K days, it was for sure Evo. Really? For sure Evo. Now let me think now. My problem is
20,000.
Yeah, 20,000. Yeah,
Brian, you don't have to think about it. Stop, bro.
I'd still think about it. No, I'd still think about it. But it depends on your perspective. Look, dude, like I'm not a full-time professional player. Like this is my hobby. Like I have a job. You get what I'm saying? Like to me, it's different. And I'm not in a rush to get a bunch of money, and I feel financially safe myself. So to me, when I competed more heavily and I traveled everywhere, it was just the dream. And to me, the Evo is still the dream. And when I look at Capcom Cup, it makes me sad sometimes because Capcom Cup, the scale and the spectacle of it all has just shrunk year after year after year, and it doesn't have the reverence and the prestige that it should have.
Yeah, and it's really just a million.
Like when Mena RD won Capcom Cup in 2017, that was like the last year, and I guess 2019 was pretty good. I would also give props to 2019, but 2017 and that PlayStation Arena, wherever that was, that big convention center, the biggest stage I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Huge. That felt like a spectacle. That felt like a moment when Mena RD won. IDOM was at that club in LA. It was a better stage, but the esports arena in 2018 wasn't great.
Yeah. It was cramped, dude.
Yeah, and then since then, the venues they've used for Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 6 late in 2023 and 2022, it doesn't have like that it factor.
Yeah, I already don't remember the Capcom Cup 20, like last year's venue. Do you know what it was? I actually don't remember.
I keep forgetting. It's in Hollywood. I keep forgetting the name of it. It's a club in Hollywood, and they did it the same venue for the last Capcom Cup for Street Fighter 5, which I went to in person. So
that just shows I don't even remember like what venue I was in because it's just nothing special. You know?
It's nothing special. What about 2016? How was that?
That was special. You won that one. As 2017, same exact venue.
It was the same venue.
Special. It was huge. Like there was a point at the top 8, like where I wasn't allowed to leave, but I was like, "Yo, can I leave 1 second? I need to use the bathroom." So I left, but I just wanted to see the crowd, and I was like, "Yo, that is insane!" Like I was just looking at the crowd, like, "Yo, they're all here to watch this top 8." You know, like it was insane. I don't really get those moments no more because I guess everything's online. You know? Yeah.
And in 2015 was also, I think, was that also a part of the Sony Experience convention as well?
Yeah,
you
but
were there as
different area, maybe a different stage because I remember being in that stage, and it was also pretty cool. It's just the stage didn't fill up, but it was huge.
Right. Yeah, I just remember as a spectator between the 2015 to 2017 era, you got this sense of scale when Capcom Cup was occurring. It really felt like the culmination of a whole year of the best Street Fighter players from around the world meeting up for that moment. So I feel like those years were very special. So Capcom Cup in those years, I would want to win. But late era, I'm not feeling it. So I don't know. What do you think?
Monetary value is not too... Oh, for me, Capcom Cup, man.
Million.
Just like you would flip the win, I could probably flip the million to something better, you know?
That's true.
20K is a little hard to work with, you know what I mean? Like I see people win 20K in the casino all the time. But $1 million, that's still a lot of money.
So you've had your moments, dude. So like you've had the glory, you know. I think for us,
if I won Evo, bro, when me and Punk after he won Evo, I was like, "Yo, Punk, how much did you win?" He was like, "I don't even know." And then I looked it on Wikipedia. I was like, "Yo, Punk, you won 20 grand." Or no, I read it wrong. It was 12 grand, but I think Rick later changed it and said it's actually 20. But, But when I told him, I was like, "Yeah, you won 12 grand." He was like, he just did, you know, like he just had a turn of his life. But,
you shouldn't have told him anything. You should have just been like, "Oh, don't worry about it, man."
But like in Street Fighter 5, when Bonchan won, he won like 70 grand.
It was at least 50K. There was a pop bonus at that time for super premieres from Capcom. So Capcom needs to distribute a lot more money to the tournaments. All the premieres in general, there was more money involved. And then I think Evo and NA Regional Finals that you got second in 2019, those were super premieres. So those were the first times that they did like an extra 50K pop bonus.
I see.
Or at least 50K extra for first place. And I think that extended to second. I think you made pretty good prizing on the second place finish.
But even premieres back then, I remember because like I used to win the premieres. First place would get 7 grand. Like it was 15K prize pool for the top 8, and like every time you win a premiere, it felt good because you won a good chunk. But I'm not trying to dog too much on the current structure, but I feel like the general consensus is the structure of the Pro Tour is not the best at the moment, because winning Cream City, which is a premier to get into the Cup, I think first place is $2,000.
Right.
You know, and you're beating the best players. You know,
they're not distributing the money like they could be, because like I said, it's all the budget is less.
Top, like you said.
Yeah, they're all putting it on the top, and I'm like, I just feel like it's not. The trade-off is, of course, the headline versus the sustainability for the players. It's like, is this headline really in the end giving Capcom that much more return that they can't just redistribute this a little bit more evenly to grow the scene or to incentivize players to travel? I really don't feel like that's the case.